Welcome to Lesson 1 of Unit 7 at pianovideolessons.com. This is Piano Chording Level 2, and today we're going to learn about the circle of fifths. And you can see here C, G, D, A, E, B, F sharp, D flat, A flat, E flat, B flat, F, C, and around again. We've got a whole circle built here. It looks a bit like a clock, and it uses all of the notes, and they're all a fifth apart, taking us full circle. So let's learn a bit about this beast and see how it is built. In future lessons, we'll be using it to relate chords to each other. Let's get started. So if we play the scale of C major, so C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, that's the easiest scale to find on the piano because it only uses white keys. And we learned about how to build scales in Unit 4, in Lesson 15 of Unit 4. So if you want to go back to that unit and get a real understanding of how to build major scales, you could check that out. But basically, the major scale sounds like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And in order to make that sound proper, we need to use the right amount of black keys. And in this case, the answer of the number is 0. So the key here that's at the very top of this clock-shaped circle is the key of C. And we're just going to focus on the outside of the circle for now. And it's called the circle of fifths because each key relates to each other, building by fifths. So from C moving to G, we're going to go up a fifth. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this key of G, has a different key signature than the key of C. So if we play the scale of G major, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. This scale has 1 sharp, and it's in the 1 o'clock position on your circle of fifths. And then we can move from G, G, A, B, C, D, up a fifth. So G to D is a fifth. And if we build a scale that begins on D, we end up with D, E, F sharp, which we already had from the key of G, G, A, B, C sharp, D. So now you see we've added another sharp. This scale has 2 sharps. Moving again now, we can move to the key of A. So D, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's think about this. C had 1 sharp. No, C had 0 sharps. G had 1 sharp. D had 2 sharps. Now we're on A, and I bet you can guess how many sharps we'll have. Yes, there will be 3 sharps in the key of A. So here we go. A, B, C sharp, which we gained here from the key of D, D, E, F sharp, which we gained from the key of G. There's only 1 note left, G sharp, A. And each of these scales builds around moving up a fifth from the previous one. So A, 2, 3, 4, 5 takes us to E with 4 sharps. E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, 1 more sharp, only 1 note left, D sharp, E. Start on E, go up 5 notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We end up on B. B will have 5 sharps. So B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, only 1 note left, A sharp, B. Up 5 notes from B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll end on F sharp. Sometimes we call this G flat. Now this scale has 6 sharps. We only have 5 black keys, so now we need to add a sharp that is a white key. So the way this scale goes is F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp, only 1 note left, E sharp, that sounds right, F sharp. Now every note has 2 names, at least. This one is E, this one is F, but we know that sharps go up a half step, so from E up a half step, we can land on E sharp, or F, and then G. So we can call this scale F sharp major. And we can go 1 further and go to C sharp major, and this will have We're in the 6 o'clock position here, and then 7 o'clock position. This will have 7 sharps. 1, 2, okay, let's call them by their letter names. C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B sharp, C sharp. So many sharps. All right, so that's the way it works going in the clockwise direction. Now, you can see that the order of sharps that we used for this particular transition around were the sharps. For G major, we played F sharp. For D major, we played F sharp and C sharp. For A major, we played F sharp, C sharp, G sharp. For E major, we used the first 4 sharps. For B major, we used the first 5 sharps. For F sharp major, we used the first 6 sharps. And for C sharp major, we played 7 sharps. Now, let's talk about flats. If we start on C and we move counterclockwise or anti-clockwise, we can go down to F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the first flat we're going to need, moving in this direction, we're going to add flats to the scales. So F major, if you remember, is F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F. So our first flat is B flat. Now we'll move up 5 notes, move down 5 notes from F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll land on B flat. Now this scale will have 2 flats. The first flat it will have is B flat, and the other flat it will have is E flat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, B flat, 2 flats. Next, we'll go up down 5 notes from B flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll land on E flat, which will have 1, 2, 3 flats, and they will be B flat, E flat, and A flat. So here we go, E flat major, E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D, E flat. And if we go down 5 notes from here, we'll land on A flat. This will have 4 flats. They will be B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. So here we go. 1, 2, A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, F, G, A flat. We can go down 5 notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and land on D flat, which will have 5 flats, which will be B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, and G flat. So here we go. D flat, E flat, F, G flat, A flat, B flat, C, D flat. And we can go down 5 notes and find ourselves on G flat. And we can play a scale that now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flats. And the next flat will be C flat. So 1, 2, G flat, A flat, B flat, C flat, D flat, E flat, F, G flat. All right, so these scales that have a lot of flats in them, they're not as common as the ones that are found at the top of the circle, but I wanted you to understand how these all relate to each other. And then if we even take it one step further, we'll end up moving through in the other direction all the way back to C. So the order of flats is the reverse of the order of sharps. The order of sharps was F, C, G, D, A, E, B, and the order of flats is B, E, A, D, G, C, F. So B, E, A, D, G, C, F. And that is the circle of fifths. So let's just take a minute to think about how cool that is, that we can continue to add a flat. And if you notice, everything written on here is a fifth away from the note beside it. And all of the black keys that you add are also a fifth away from the last one that we added. So you could memorize this. We use a little sentence to help remember the order of sharps, which is Father Charles goes down and ends battle. But you could also just think about these by building the entire chart using fifths and starting on C. If you know your fifths, you can figure out that it goes to G, and then to D, and then to A, and then to E, and then to B, and then We move over here to F sharp, because Fs were sharp because we added the sharp already. And keeping on going, we get to D flat and to A flat, and then from A flat to E flat, then to B flat, and takes us back to F, which would bring us back to C. All right, so that's an introduction to the idea of the circle of fifths. You might not seem like the most useful tool in the world, but you will find that it is going to come in very handy. On the inside of this chart, you can see the relative minor scales for each of these, and you'll notice that they're always a skip away. So for the key of C, relative minor is A. For the key of G, relative minor is E. For the key of D, relative minor is B. And we skip over 2 keys, one white and one black, in order to find that position. So that is a quick introduction to the circle of fifths. And in the next lesson, we're going to play the major and minor chords moving around the circle of fifths.